Hi, welcome to Bookie. Today we will unlock the book The Agony and the Ecstasy. Michelangelo Buonarroti was a great sculptor and painter during the Italian Renaissance. Along with Leonardo da Vinci and Raphael, the three artists are collectively known as the three great masters of the High Renaissance. Michelangelo had many talents, including sculpture, drawing, and architecture. Among his most celebrated works, his sculpture David embodies the vigor of the male body and the humanist ideals of the Renaissance. His illustrations on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, based on scenes taken from the Book of Genesis, is a monumental piece in the history of Western art. In addition, his design of the dome of St. Peter's Basilica remains an architectural marvel to this day. How did Michelangelo create all these timeless masterpieces, and what is the story behind each of them? Let's delve into the agony and the ecstasy and uncover the legendary life of this great artist. The book is written by Irving Stone, a renowned American author. During his lifetime, Stone wrote 25 biographical novels, spanning the fields of politics, law, and art. The Agony and the Ecstasy, a fictionalized account of the life of Michelangelo, is one of his best-known works. Stone spent 6 years writing the book. During this time, he interviewed numerous experts and scholars on Michelangelo and the Renaissance, and obtained a vast amount of valuable information. These include 495 letters, commission contracts, and other documents belonging to the artist himself. Based on these historical resources, Stone reimagines Michelangelo's inner world, and presents a vivid reconstruction of his life in the form of a historical novel. Stone's book takes us back in time to Italian society in the 15th and 16th centuries, allowing us to experience the ups and downs of Michelangelo's life, and gain an up-close and personal understanding of the man behind the art. In this bookie, we will introduce the book in 3 parts. Part 1, Discovering Destiny, Art is My Destiny. Part 2, Pursuit of Perfection, Giving My Best. Part 3, Salvation of the Soul, Art Sets the Soul Free. Part 1, Discovering Destiny, Art is My Destiny. Michelangelo Buonarroti was born in a small town near Florence, Italy in 1475. His father Lodovico was a local official, while his mother Francesca passed away when he was very young. Lodovico had difficulty raising his 5 sons, so he sent Michelangelo to be the live-in apprentice of a stonemason. From then on, the young boy grew up in an environment surrounded by stones, cementing his lifelong passion for sculpture. When Michelangelo was 13, his friend Francesco Granacci recommended him to the then famous painter Domenico Ghirlandaio. The latter was so moved by Michelangelo's artistic talent and self-confidence, that not only did he waive his tuition fee, but he even paid the young boy to become his apprentice. However, Lodovico strongly opposed his son's wish to learn painting. Even though their family had fallen into hard times, they were still considered aristocrats in Florence. To Lodovico, earning a living from making art was nothing short of disgraceful. During a heated argument, Michelangelo cried to his father, "Bleed me of art, and there won't be enough liquid left in me to spit." Under his insistence, his father finally agreed, and the youth entered Ghirlandaio's studio. However, after learning to paint frescoes at the studio for a few months, Michelangelo became enamored with the ornately carved sarcophagus before the Basilica di Santa Maria Novella. As he stared at the marble figures, he could almost feel their breaths and their heartbeats. A surge of joy erupted from within, and in that moment, he realized that his true calling was sculpture, the greatest form of art as he believed. Michelangelo believed that paintings present 3-dimensional structures on a 2-dimensional plane, whereas sculpture is a 3-dimensional art form in itself. The more realistic the art form, the more sublime it is. However, his views were rejected by the other apprentices at the studio, who felt that the range of subject matter in sculpture is limited, and hence many sculptors were uncreative and merely replicated existing works. Although Michelangelo wanted to argue with them, the truth was that since the death of Donatello and his students, sculpture in Florence had been in decline, and there was no longer any place to learn this form of art. Unable to refute the others' opinions, Michelangelo felt